Now that we know the rules, let's keep adding platforms. Let me just copy and paste this one. This one is aligned to 800 and the width is okay, the height is okay. And let's just copy this one and extend it into the right. Let's put it in 1100. Everything looks fine. Let's hit play. And we can see that the camera is properly following the player. Okay, now let's clean the stage a little bit and let's start from the beginning and let's put back the level settings, the dimensions for the level to 1250, and then let's press play. Okay, so now we have it as we started. Let's add more platforms. Let me add, copy and paste this one and put it in a length of 50, and then let me move it to the left and do a copy and move it to the right. All right, let me see, this is working just fine. Let me move to the right. Okay, so now the way that the engine works is that the line stroke of the platforms is related to the friction. So if I put a friction of 0 and I press walk to the left or walk to the right, I will not be able to move it because it's like you are trying to move in ice. Without friction you cannot move. So then if we want to simulate at least ice, we have to come up with a number like 0.1, and then maybe with that we can move. But then if I stop, the movement, it doesn't stop immediately, it will go on. I'm not pressing anything and it's like going and going, but since it has a little bit of friction, it will stop at some point. Okay, maybe I should increase that friction to maybe 0.4. So now I can move, and then I will move, and it doesn't stop until certain amount of time. Let me press left now and then release it. Okay, I will press it now, and now I release it. It's still moving until the friction stop it completely. So same here, if you put a friction of 3, you will be able to move and stop. Usually I put like 5 or 6. So that's pretty cool. So now let's create a big box in the middle. Let's put it like 300, and then 100, and then let's align it. Let me see if it's aligned or not. So in here I need maybe 450 to be aligned to 50, and in here same thing, maybe 350 to be aligned to a Pix unit of 50, and then 300 is a multiple of 50 and 100 as well. So we are fine. Let's test this. It's working as expected. It's colliding pretty well. All right, So we have different kind of platforms, and the way that the engine knows what platform is based on the fill color of the shape. For example, if we look for the fill color of this shape, we have a RGB of 150, 246, and 150. If we go to the engine now, you will notice that we have for a solid a color of, better if I do it in this way, let me put it in here, and then we inspect these colors here. Yeah, so if I put in here 150, like these numbers, 150, 246, 150, 150, 246, 150, I'll be producing the same color, the same platforms, alright? But then let's produce a solid top platform, which is 230, 230, then 230, and then 0. So that's the color. And let me close this. Let me give the proper units here. Let's do it 100, 100, and then in X 250, and then in Y 150. Then pressing Shift key and then the arrow keys, it will move it, in terms of tenths. So I can keep moving until it's aligned to the numbers that I want. Let's put it in here, and it's aligned to 50 and to 15 here. Now, since I put the solid top numbers in the color 230, 230, and 0, it will behave like a solid top, which means that I can, pass through it. There's no walls, but then the only solid side of it is the top. So if I jump, there's something wrong. Let's see what is wrong. Okay, what is wrong is that this shape shall be, in order to work, shall be in the colliders layer. In order to move it, we only have to click here and move it into the colliders layer. Same with this one. Let's see if it's not aligned, but we can delete this one for now. Let's focus on the new one, the solid top platform, and let's see if it's within the layer. Is within the colliders layer. This is very important because you cannot create any shape expecting to be a platform if it's not in the colliders layer. So now if we press play, you can pass through, but then if you jump, it's solid top. So you cannot, pass through from top to bottom or from up to down. So that's a different platform. It's different than this one. I cannot pass through this one, but I can definitely, pass through this one, or pretty neat. Then we have, let's do a water one, is 170. Then 230. And 255. Okay, and then let's create that. Let me close this for now. Let's make sure that it's in the right layer, which is not. Let's move it to the colliders, and now let's align it to grid. 250, so in here it should be 250, in here it should be 200, width should be 100 and height 100. So this platform now, it's water, so it's not aligned. Let's put in 350 and then 350 in here in Y coordinate, and now let's try it. So it's in water, pretty neat. So you can dive into it and maybe double its size to 200 and then put it into the 250 here. Let me do also, let's put this one like a large one, like 100 in height, and then let's align it. Let's see, it doesn't seem to be aligned, and it is not. Let's put in 350 and then let's do the same thing with this one. Let's put a height of 100, 100, and then let's align it to 350 in Y coordinate, and let's just duplicate this by doing Command D, and then in here we need more water, maybe a Pix unit more, which is 50 more. Since the width is 200, let's do 250, and then let's align it to 750. And that's how you create water. This will need frictions as well. You can put 6, and now you will have the same friction in both platforms, because now it was like a low friction one, and you can do like ice for that one, maybe 0.5. And if I go, it didn't stop. Okay, now let's try more fun. Let's move all these a little bit down, but remember we need to keep them aligned to the Pix unit. So let's do like let's see. I think they are all aligned. No, I need to, let's see. Okay, all of them are unaligned by 10 units. So if I press up with shift, it will move everything 10 units up, and now they are all aligned to 50, to a multiple of 50 in size and in position. Okay, if I press play, it will keep working as expected. Let's keep adding more stuff. Now let's copy this one, duplicate this one, and put it like a roof. Alright, maybe in here, so it's aligned everywhere, which is fine. And now let's add a new platform. This time let's add a inverted gravity one. This is a very interesting one, and inverted gravity is 80 80 80. So if I go to the colliders layer and then create a platform which the RGB values are 80 80 80, it would be like a dark gray. And then if I create if I align it to the Pix unit of 50, I will need this to be like 200, 200, and then the X value to be 800 probably, and then this one 100. So now it's aligned to the grid. Now if I press play, that it is inverted gravity. Pretty nice, right? So let's do it. Let's put it a little bit more like I don't know, 400. Then let's align it to 100 is fine. Let's try now. And then we can, of course, do the same thing, copy and paste it and put it in the other side of it. And we have two areas with inverted gravity. Pretty nice. Okay, now let's see what other platforms do we have. All these are the same as solid top, but instead, if you are using inverted gravity, you could use solid bottom. Let's do that one. Is 250, 250, 100. So let's do 250. Let's see. 250, 250, 100. Okay, if you notice, the color is slightly different. So if you put it, let's align it to 650, 350, and then 100, 100. So for this one, if I put this one in here, let's see, it's not aligned. Let's put 300 and then 550. So now it's aligned. So the behavior should be that I should be able to pass through from top to bottom, but not from bottom to bottom up. So let's do that. And it's not working because it's not in the colliders layer. Let's move it by drag and drop it. So now it's in there. Let's hit play. And it's solid at the bottom. It's the opposite of this one. So this one is more useful for inverted gravity. So if I put it in here, yep. So right now the friction is too low, so it's very difficult to land into it. So let's increase the friction for these two to 6. And also here to 6. And let's try it now. Yep. Now it's easier to land into it. Okay, let's see what else do we have. So we have the climb platform. This is cool. This is like a ladder. So it's, let's do it. It's 220. Then 190, and then 140. So if you want to change these values, as long as they are not repeated into another platform, you can do that. So that's up to you. What color do you want for every single platform? So let's do this one. Let's do a ladder one, like here, and let's align it to 100, 600, then 15 here. And then it's not in the proper layer, it should be under the collider layer. Let's drag and drop it. So now it should work. Let's hit play. And then we can, of course, we have the inverted gravity. And if we go here, we have the ladder. So basically you can use it as a ladder. So it's a climb platform because of that. I'm floating right now and I will land into a climb platform. So it will work every single 50 units. So that's why if I press jump, it will, always be aligned to 50. And then here I am free. So basically that's a climb platform. Same here, if you want a friction at the top, you have to put it same as your 6, and then you will have the same friction.